Hello, Princess. Hi. Oh, hi. I was just sitting here hanging out with sweet Mia girl here. And I was thinking about how fun it is to go out to eat, not have to cook, right? Not have to do dishes, just enjoy the ambiance of a restaurant and another location and not have to worry about anything. Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of you are thinking, you don't know my family. And that is not possible with my child. They struggle in public spaces or they struggle in restaurants. And if that is you, I am here to help. I'm glad you're here. That's what we're going to talk about today. I completely understand the outings with children, especially if your child is neurodivergent. But even if your child just struggles in public spaces, can be so stressful as a parent. Many families often just give up the idea of eating out in public altogether, and they choose to stay home all the time with their child. My desire is to help all families live life to their fullest with their neurodivergent child. Oftentimes, it simply takes a little bit of planning to shift a family outing from tantrums to a fun night out. Now, one thing I want to say before we go over some strategies we're going to talk about today is if your child engages in dangerous behaviors where they might harm themselves or others, please make sure you talk to their behavior analyst before trying these strategies. We want to make sure everyone is safe before we try new endeavors. The first tip when it comes to picking a night out for your family is choosing an appropriate restaurant. We want to make sure that we're not picking one that is so loud or has really loud music, or one that is really intimate and formal. Try to choose a family-friendly restaurant, one that expects children to be children and allows them to be silly and get their wiggles out. Remember that restaurants with playgrounds tend to be more family-friendly. There are several aspects of eating out in a restaurant that can create stress for our children. So let's talk through those. One, it could be the noise. Oftentimes, noise creates a lot of stress in our children. If that's the case, we can try noise-canceling headphones, either silently or maybe with soft music that they really like. Another option is to sit outside where the noise doesn't sound so echoey and so loud. Another suggestion would be to try to pick a day where the restaurants aren't as busy. We all know that Thursday through Saturday night, restaurants tend to be really packed. So maybe pick a Monday or Wednesday to go out to eat instead. The next common trigger that a lot of children have at restaurants is waiting. And let's be honest, who can blame them? None of us like to wait for our food or drinks. A couple of things that we can do is to bring fun activities for them to do while they're waiting. We can also order them some food right away. I have friends who the second we sit down will tell the waitress, bring the French fries as soon as possible. That's a great strategy to give the child something to eat while they wait for their food. The other challenge with eating out with children is lack of attention. Oftentimes as parents, when we go out to eat, we're chatting or maybe we're chatting with friends, we're using that time to relax, which, let's be honest, you deserve. But that can be difficult for our child if they really like that attention. So if that's the case and that's your child, why don't you try setting a timer? Just a reminder every 5 minutes to just do a simple check-in. Hey bud, how's it going? What are you playing over there? It can be enough to keep them engaged and to let them know that you haven't forgotten about them. Another good tip and strategy is to, if possible, give your child a choice in the restaurants that you choose. A lot of times I have families who will all narrow down where they want to eat to 2 choices, and the child who has behavioral difficulties in public will get to pick the final choice in that restaurant. I also strongly recommend you packing reinforcers for your child. If you don't know what a reinforcer is, go back and look at our other videos that talk about reinforcement strategies. I love myself a good grab bag. A grab bag is a bag full of toys and activities that your child never gets to see or play with unless they're going out. That is the only time they ever get to see those activities. It makes it fun, unique, and novel. If your child prefers known items as opposed to unique and novel items, that is not a problem. A lot of our children prefer to have items that they really know and are familiar with to new and novel items. If that is your child, totally fine. I recommend that you take those preferred items and just don't let them access them about 2 hours before you go out in order to let them be excited whenever they see them at the restaurant. Another good strategy is to use visuals. If your child is in ABA therapy or at the local public school system, they're probably really familiar with using visuals to help prompt them through their day. A couple of visuals that might be helpful could be a first then board. This tells us first we're going to sit and then we get to eat our French fries. It's very simple, black and white. Even if your child has a lot of language, using a first then board can be really helpful because they can see what's coming next. Another option is a token board. The token board helps them earn tokens toward their final reward. Perhaps they get to earn 5 tokens for sitting and then they get to go play on the playground. The token board is really helpful because it's visual and they can see progress toward their final goal. Now, once we have successfully made it through mealtime, sometimes we have another challenge, which is leaving. Your child finally adjusts to the environment of the restaurant and they love it so much because of the playground, or they made new friends, or they're getting to color, that they don't actually want to go. And that can be really stressful too. One strategy if your child is really struggling to leave is to set a timer. Sometimes I would even let my son press the button. Like, look, we're gonna do 2 more minutes, and he had to press the button to say start. Then you wanna use that first then board. Hey bud, the timer just went off. Let's go to the car and get that cookie I bought you. Sometimes if we order a nice little treat at the end of the meal, then we can use that as our reward for walking to the car and leaving the playground area. What other strategies have you tried that has helped your child whenever you go out to restaurants? Drop a comment below and join me next time for puppies and parenting advice. Thanks.